All right, guys. So I'm going to start out with gold just to continue my previous breakdowns. Then I'm going to go to UJ. All right, so I am expecting price to continue to all-time highs, hopefully. If it does, based on the price action, all-time highs is at 2075. We're currently sitting at 2011. The highest price went to was 2068, around that area. All right, so just focusing on what we're seeing currently. I'm going to go straight down to the technicals. All right, so from the weekly, as you can see, we're at the all-time high. We have a nice level of exhaustion area over here. So if you just draw like this line right here, as you can see, this is in this zone right here. All right, so based on the structure that's happening over here, we're potentially looking to push up still, but we definitely have to do some sort of retracement, right? So as you know, my previous Fibonacci for this move over here was based off of these areas prices at 23.6, then it hit the 38.2, made a new high, right? So I am expecting currently, as you can see, the MA, the monthly, weekly, and daily MA is bullish, right? Price is bullish on this price right now. So this is what I'm expecting based on the price action that I'm seeing. So I do see an opportunity to draw a trend line here, point A to point B into the future. So as you can see, the daily MA, my daily trend line is acting, my daily MA is acting as a trend line also. So I am expecting price to come back a bit steeper, basically after we hit the high. So this is my new fib. We do have for price to pull back. As you can see, we're currently sitting at a 20.6. We made the high, right? We could make another higher low and push out of that based off of this continuation, right? But I am expecting price to come back to this daily MA. As price is creating its structure here on the time frame, the daily MA is going to be pushing up a little bit more. And then just a little touch, probably a possibility of that 38.2, to definitely, let's mark it off real right here. Looking at that area being touched as a confluence area. As you can see, it's a support, basically a support turn, a resistance turn support. And you can definitely clear that up on the weekly to see on the line chart also. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, so even a bit steeper down here would be an ideal area for it to come to based off of the line charts. Those are just a candlestick. So if I put it to the high right here, you can see coming back to this area here. I'm just using the line chart just for a little guidance, right? But as you can see, the candlestick analysis is up on this wick. So this would be like the median base or close price based off of the weekly time frame. All right, so I am looking for price to push down a little bit more, at least to hit this daily MA, as you can see, wherever confluence is around that PRZ level, then we can look to push up from that area, right? So price is still bullish. It hasn't really broken any sort of structures yet. Let me move this zone here. As you can see, we're in the zone and we're selling off bit of every time it comes to the zone on low time frame breaks and it pushes out. So this is like opportunities you can definitely take sells from, right? But just paying attention to the price action, that the price that is actually bullish right now. So as I said, I do want it to come back to some level of these areas here. As you see, these are what 23.6 is. If you really drag the fib, 23.6, 23.6, 23.6. So currently I am looking for price to come back a little bit, to any of these confluence area before pushing up. Right, so basically, let's go down to the low time frame. As you can see, we had this support being maintained. So let's draw that, take this out. So we had this support being maintained right here. As you can see, no structure was broken. We had bearish counter trend. We broke above this level of resistance here, right? Currently right here, as you can see, currently sitting at that support. We had some, break of minus. I can see this support here on the H4. So I wouldn't consider it really broken because this is one bearish candle, right? So that's something I was looking at. I needed two, if I can see this here, I needed at least two bearish candles below this area to consider this break. So I do still continue, I still see that this is like a H1 counter trend. It's like a H1 counter trend, as you can see. I like all these bearish pressure, you know what I'm saying? So it could be, we could go back up to the bullish move based on how the candlestick closes and if it validates that 23.6. So what's going to happen if we do break, let's say for instance, we do break a level of resistance such as, let's see, I don't want to overthink it. Let's say for instance, we break this level of resistance here. Then I would look for price to validate that 23.6 on the daily fib to continue going back into that bullish move to make that high based off of this fib right here, which is the 23.6, as you can see, you use this as a median. So up here, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I do want it to come back to the daily MA just a touch. You know, it would be like high probability trade, as you can see, because the trend line is there. So it's just a waiting game to see what is possible. It's just waiting just to kind of, do technicals and see what is going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's straight for gold. So just, I can definitely see prices consolidating to this trend line. As you can see, it's moving sideways. So based off of my knowledge and seeing these things happen before, I know that this is a possibility of this trade pushing up off of the trend line. So I'm going to go to UJ. As you can see here, I still have my same markup for UJ. As I would have stated on my previous video, there's no breaker structure. So we're not looking for any bearish move this here.